Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little bit, but I actually came down with COVID and have had a long couple of weeks of illness. It's really sucked. But sorry for the late upload, I suppose. Today I do have a land battle for you. This is going to be Ogres versus Lizardmen. My opponent has gone for Krockgar, who's super Chad. I do like this as a pick. A wide line of Saurus Spears, couple Temple Guard, and then Chameleon Skinks up the wazoo. Looks like we got some Umbral Tide stocked in the back as well. Cold One Spear Riders, and that's about it. Now, I've come as the Ogres. We've got Mornfang Cavalry, Saber Tusk pack. Same with this side. Now, I did bring these Saber Tusk pack back here. I was afraid there might be Stalkers. I've got a Leadbelcher core. It's like half Leadbelcher, half Iron Guts. In the back, at least, for a backline. Couple Noblars, just to keep them all reinforced. And then a Slaughtermaster with the Lore of Maw. That's Troll Guts and Bone Crusher. Now, some beautiful volleys coming in on these Star Chamber Guardians and Temple Guard. This is a big reason you want these things, because you're not going to have much that can fight these units. As you can see, my Mornfang came in for a quick charge on the Saurus Spears, but they got really ambushed by these Chameleon Skinks, which was very, very good by my opponent. Looks like he's bringing over the Umbral Tide as well. I'm going to see if I can shut him down a little bit, get some damage on him, but that's definitely not going to go well for me. That is a big ol' Mornfang Great Weapon Cav, pretty much going the way of my opponent. Very, very well played by him. Now, frontline engagement's not going as bad for me. I've been able to almost rout these Temple Guard and pretty much kill the Star Chamber Guardians almost outright. Beautiful engagements for me here. I'm getting tons and tons of value. Slaughtermaster's doing just fine. As you can see, the Ogre Bulls are just getting wrecked by Saurus Spears for the most part. We've got some Iron Guts beating up Krockgar. Iron Guts are actually very, very effective against single entities. They're not shown as anti-large, but they definitely pack a punch, and with the amount of models they have, it's just kind of like a perfect combo. They're going to be sinking in a lot of damage. But they're also going to get caught up by those spears, which is very, very bad for me. It looks like my Mornfang rally, but they're probably not going to be able to get much done. Saber Tusk, we're coming back for the Umbral Tide, but they got routed off pretty quickly. Now, I've been able to take out these Cold One Spear Riders. I would say worth, but Mornfang Cav are way more expensive. So my opponent trading very, very well on these backline units, or at least my flanking units, and his backline. He's playing that very, very, very well. Now, I'm bringing back the Leadbelchers over here. The line was able to break. It looks like we have a Pharaoh Manticore summon from my opponent. Now, I'm trying to keep that thing tied down. We're going to see if we can get a volley into Krockgar before he attacks. Couple shots, but this Leadbelcher unit is about to be toasted. Not very good for us at all. We're bringing in these Iron Guts from the back that were beating him up before. We're going to see if they can get back on top of him. Looks like we're going to drop a nice, good fist on these Saurus Spears. Beautiful. Not a lot of damage. They were spread out enough. It's not going to matter too much. I've still got a bunch of Trappers and then this one very healthy Leadbelcher unit. This is pretty much my powerhouse section here. I also have the Iron Guts all still online, which is very, very big for me. As you can see, they're back on top of Krockgar. Very ideal, but we still have a whole Saurus Spear unit to get rid of. Now, that's going to be pretty much his Leadbelcher's job. Now, I'm sinking in shots to Krockgar, which is definitely worth it, but I think currently the better shot is either these Saurus Spears or the Umbral Tide, who are getting in a nice amount of damage into my Leadbelchers. My opponent knows these Leadbelchers are very, very big win condition for me, so he's bringing in all of his skirmishers, all of his ranged firepower to try and poke him out, but luckily I was able to collapse with Bulls, Iron Guts, and kind of push him away. Krockgar is almost routing. I casted a Brain Gobbler, minus 16 leadership, which is absolutely amazing, but he backed out at just the right time, and it wasn't enough to rout him off, so that kind of sucks. We're going to see how far we can chase him, keep him away from the battlefield. We got Leadbelchers. We're shooting at him, though they're about to get absolutely wrecked by this Umbral Tide. Umbral Tide's getting a bunch of value. Not quite yet, but very, very good unit to take against the Ogres. It was really slippery. I couldn't quite always figure out where they were at. We got some Mornfang coming in from the back to see if we can rear charge them. Let's see if they actually do that or not. And, look at this. Way in the back there, hidden in the trees. I have a pretty healthy Saber Tusk unit that could be so useful right now. My whole opponent's backline is wide open. I would just love to bring those over, but I'm not seeing it, and that absolutely blows. Krockgar putting up a really good fight against the Iron Guts here. They are a lot cheaper than him. They punch upwards, but I don't think they will win a fight outright against him. Not even close. So as you can see, he's starting to beat him up. Sword Spears are getting in here as well, and this Iron Gut unit is about to get wrecked. Luckily, I still have these Lead Belchers and another Iron Gut unit over here, pretty healthy. There's fighting in spears, so still not ideal. But we're about to get rid of these Temple Guards for good and see if we can potentially rout off the Skink Priest Beasts. I don't know that Beasts is the best move. He didn't go for a Flock of Doom because I don't really have infantry, so fair enough on him for that. But the Manticore Summon is like... It is good, but I feel like Ogres have really, really good ways of dealing with Manticore Summons. We have enough mass that we can kind of trap them and then kind of just nullify their existence, so... Wouldn't recommend that as a #1 spell, but I do like Lore of Beasts, and of the lores that Lizardmen have, it is not a bad pick at all, so... Slaughtermaster is really trying to get rid of the Umbral Tide. He could go for Crocker. I think he's about to turn around at this point here. The Umbral Tide are pretty much the most dangerous thing for me at this moment. Crockar's almost dead. If I can just land a couple lucky hits, he's off the field. And the Chameleon Skinks are, like, threatening. They're definitely getting tons and tons of value, but this right here, this Umbral Tide, is what's going to be able to kill my army. Because it's pretty much all just large units left. As you can see, Crockgar getting really, really low, but the Terror Rout comes in super clutch for my opponent. All my units started running. That is so bad for me, because Umbral Tide's just going to get some unimpeded fire, absolutely wrecking these Iron Guts. Slaughtermaster is back. I still do have these Iron Guts. Pretty much a big win condition for me. Now, as you can see over here, the Feral Manticore's just been... Oh, I guess he's on the Lead Belchers. He's on the target he wants, but he is not getting the value he wants. Let's see, what's that? 200? Not too bad. Crockgar fighting to the last bit here. Let's see who wins, Slaughtermaster or Crockgar. Really close. One more hit, and the Slaughtermaster routs. Very, very bad for me. But Iron Guts have been able to keep on top of these Umbral Tide. The speed on these guys is nuts, too. 70 speed. Very, very good against Ogres, as you can outrun most of their... Pretty much all of their infantry, but you can't outrun their cavalry. So... I'm really impressed with this pick. The Umbral Tide is definitely the way to go against Ogres, I gotta say. Very, very, very good. Also, the Chameleon Skinks. Oh, man, they are so incredibly sticky. It is so hard to get rid of them. But balance of power is in our favor. We've got a nice strength here. It's a lot of Noblars, which can break very, very easy. Very little ammunition left on the Lead Belchers. I think these Lead Belchers over here have some more, but there's only 4 of them, so... They can't do much. Crockgar is about to rout off the edge, and he rallies just in time. Incredible. So lucky for my opponent. My Slaughtermaster is definitely not going to have the same story. He's going to be routed off the edge. Same with these Iron Guts. I'm left with a couple Saber Tusk, who I'm trying to get past these spears. Let's see if we can get him on top of the Umbral Tide there. I don't think it's going to work out. I mean, it's big. We got him on top, but these shots are going to rout him off real quick. I don't know. Saber Tusk Noon's pretty good. Yeah, there they go. They're about to rout. There they go. So Umbral Tide have 12 models left. It's not a ton of firepower, but if they can just get rid of this one Lead Belcher unit, as you can see, this power bar is going back and forth. It looks like Crockgar's routed again. He might be gone for good now. We'll keep an eye on that. All my Iron Guts, I'm basically just ranged army at this point, which is really dangerous for me. Ranged versus range. Chameleon Skinks are almost all out of ammunition. What's this over here? Oh, Saber Tusk. Lead Belchers get routed, and the Umbral Tide is gone, and that's pretty much going to seal the deal. GG, well played, my opponent. It was a very, very close one. My heart was stopping here and there a couple moments. Now let's look at the value here. Slaughtermaster, not a lot of value. He did put down, I think, healing once or twice. I could be wrong about that. Regardless, not necessarily what I wanted. Same with these Mournfang Cav. Absolute trash. But the Iron Guts definitely paid for themselves. Lots of value on them. And Lead Belchers were pretty much the carry of this game. 2,000 gold value. Literally doubling their value. Lead Belchers can be so, so good if your opponent doesn't have any long-range tools to get rid of them. But that was pretty much what kept me in the game there. Some decent value on those Noblars. Crockgar, definitely getting a ton of value, but the Temple Guard, I think, were the big hit to him this game. They were pretty much invalidated. Looks like those, they didn't actually get that much, that ROR there. The Umbral Tide, there we go. And the rest of this, not too much value, but these Chameleon Skinks got a bunch of value. definitely paying for themselves plus some. So pretty good battle there. It may be a short replay there. Sorry if my voice cracked and kind of messed up that whole video, but I just am still recovering. I got a cough and stuff. COVID sucks, but either way, hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you later.